Tail of the tape, brought to you by Fairtex. Scudamolia, 30 years of age, 2 years the junior of Stewart at 32. The records, 1 fight, 1 win for Scudamolia, and Stewart, 3 fights, 2 wins and a loss in his career. Matty, this should be electric.
It certainly would. And maybe a little bit confusing. 2 Jordans in the house tonight.
More Jordans in a basketball tour.
2 tonight, this Jordan Stewart, the Scotsman. Says fighting's in his blood, and we'll need to pick himself up off the mats to start this one, Stephen.
So 6th fight of the inning, 3 by 3 minute rounds. Scudamolia in the black trunks, Stewart in the white. John Stewart, originally a soccer player, moved to Australia and discovered Muay Thai. Also trained BJJ, but decided to go striking as you are. You could hear that one in the back row. Despite it being a little too low, they continue.
Scudamolia steps up to the plate, good low kick, and nice balance as he's delivering his kicks there, steps with the kick of Jordan Stewart just to absorb some of the impact from that. And Scudamolia, well, he was an AFL player, so it's soccer versus AFL here. Both boys can kick, no doubt, and it's a big stiff right team from Scudamolia, who's doing well off the back foot at the moment. Jordan Stewart yet to make his size, and fouled as he goes swinging and missed with that big right hand, Stephen.
I was going to say, he looks like the younger brother of Zach Lasala, doesn't Jordan Scudamolia? But Jordan Stewart is a plumber by trade. My plumber's also Scottish. Must be a Scottish thing. I don't know. My mum's Scottish, so don't ask me on that.
Oh, no doubt there's a surprise invoice coming for Sainaji come Monday. So, yeah, well, that's not what we talked about, fella.
As they go back to the center of the ring. The first of 3. Around, nice body rip there from Stewart. Landed flush on the left abdominal section there of Jordan Scudamolia.
Oh,
I'm loading that up from last week there with Stewart.
Yeah, he's got some real herbs on it, doesn't he? A little bit of paprika on that right hand, if you don't mind. But I'm loving the way that Scudamolia is kicking off the back foot. He's got good patience, good eyes. You can see good IQ, good timing. He's just chipping away. And he needs to be wary of that big right cannon attached to the Scotsman.
Speaking of big rights, there's one from Scudamolia. Bit of a slower pace compared to our previous bouts. Always a hard act to follow when you got 200 BPM as the previous fight.
Oh, left hook from Stewart is good. We see the guys in the clinch for the first time, and a little pivot and a big hard right tee from Stewart, trying to find himself in the clinch where maybe he can make that size foul. 10 seconds left to go in the third. It's taken a while to warm up, but both guys have done some damage, and that's all she wrote from round number 1.
Round number 1 in the books. And entertaining start to this one as we take a look at some of the highlights.
It was started off with Scudamolia kicking off the back foot, mixing up his targets too. He went low, but it was his kicks to the body that had most success. And after a big right hand from Stewart, there it was, that spun Scudamolia around. He said, whatever you can do, I can do better. And he returned and cashed a receipt of his own. It was a beautiful straight right before the two tested out one another's clinch. A very, very close round. The judges had their work cut out for them tonight here at Roots Redemption Song.
Absolutely, particularly that last couple of fights actually have been split decisions. So down to the wire, Chelsea Zaku and Jess Lucic was also a split decision. They'll go for 3 in a row potentially between Jordan versus Jordan. Definitely not Kramer versus Kramer, I'll tell you that much. One of the most overrated movies of all time. Anyway, 80s cinema aside, as Scudamolia goes to the left lead leg there. Stewart, who was loading up that overhand right, and Scudamolia ducked out of the way.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a pickup from the corner there at ACSA, because he waited and timed that low kick beautifully did Stewart. He just waited for Scannamalia to step off to his left-hand side and then just delivered it like he was trying to chop down a tree. And that time again, quite similarly, but that time to the body. So good adaptations from the corner of ice from Stewart, who offsets Scannamalia. It's quite even in the clinch,
Oh,
but
nice.
a nice little trip there as Scannamalia tried to deliver her right knee of his own, Stephen.
Indeed he did. That kick caught there by Scannamalia, but Stewart out of there before any follow-up damage could be inflicted. Kick check, nice teep there from Scannamalia. Superman punch to follow up, taken on the gloves though of Stewart.
Might see him at the bar later with his undies over the outside of his jeans, his blue jeans. Now Scannamalia backed up into his corner with the teep. It went low, but that's a legal technique in Muay Thai. Now here comes Stewart on the rampage. Is the Scotsman, like a scene out of Braveheart, just sends his man down. Scannamalia now with half a round to go, his mouth open for the first time, taking some deep breaths, and Stewart coming on strong.
Knees now exchanged with love in the clinch as they both try to get inside position here. Stewart trying to get that right hand to link up with the left, and it's broken up before he could do so.
Now, one of the most remarkable things that Scannamalia's done in this fight is his hair looks exactly the same as it did when he walked out. Steve, that's quite impressive. A fair amount of gel applied tonight, you'd have to think. Stewart, that right teep, when he fakes with the right hip and sends it to the chest, it's pretty as a picture.
Chops to the outside there of Stewart's left lead leg. 38 seconds left in round number 2. Right knee there to the breadbasket of Scannamalia. And answered in kind on the ribs of Stewart. Content to clinch here for the last 10 seconds or so as they decide to re-engage in the center of the ring.
Well, it's the first time they've kind of travelled over that side. Pretty much the entire fight's taken place over in Scannamalia's corner, where he can listen to Dom and Boy and Chris Newen and the team out there. And he circles off beautifully, hearing their call, and lands a good check left. But that was a strong round from Stewart, I felt, in the second.
A lot of it's spent in the clinch, Matty. We see that trip there from Stewart. I'd have to give it a slight edge to Stewart maybe in that round.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of big moments in that. It was pretty close, but a couple that stood out to me was the big low kick that Stewart landed early, and those big teeps that off balance Scannamalia. The big snap back the head, broke the posture, and that's something that the judges will be looking for ringside here at the Melbourne Pavilion. I'll tell you what, it's looking the goods in here tonight at Roots Redemption Song. The crowd have really turned up in support of their local fighters. A lot of Victorian athletes on the card tonight, and an international flavour at the top for the main course, but the third and final's underway now, Stephen.
Indeed it is. Final 3 minutes to impress the judges, or not to impress the judges by way of stoppage, as Stewart now kicks up high court, and he's at bails once again before he can get a return right there from Scannamalia. Stewart just prods away there at the guard of Jordan Scannamalia, who prods him back with the teep, and straight back with the teep is Stewart.
Oh, great low kick there from Stewart, and then goes up to the body, similar to what he did at the start of the second round. Sitting on his back leg a little bit more now is Scannamalia, and I wonder if it's because that front leg has taken some damage. The angle's off really nice with that left hook to Scannamalia. Stewart needs to be careful as he throws a right hand of his own, that he doesn't wear that. Scannamalia's timing it well. Fakes and lands a beautiful right kick. Good work there from Stewart. The timing, picture perfect.
Right knee there from Stewart. Scannamalia says no thanks to the clinch. I'll get back to you later on that one, and answers with a right hand. Nice teep again from Stewart, stuffing the advance there of Scannamalia. As we approach the closing stages of this fight, just a shade under 100 seconds left as Scatamalia backed up into the corner. Nice wide hook off the back leg there from Stewart, found its target.
Yeah, Scattamalia's changed his base a little bit. I think that lead leg, he might be feeling it. Oh, good knee there. Veering up the attacks well as Stewart. Scatamalia tries to hit him off at the pass with a left elbow, but how's the big chopping right elbow from Stewart, just a whisker away.
Scatamalia is a DJ by trade who was going to have to up the BPM here in this last minute or so. He's going to get back on the judges' scorecard. Might have to go from dubstep to drum and bass as they slow it down here. 50 seconds remaining. Loads up with the right hand, doesn't find its target.
Yeah, he just stepped up to the batter's plate there and tried to hit a home run to knee that big loop in overhand right. We're not seeing the shades of that beautiful kicking game we did at the start, which makes me think that he's damaged. And now it's Saul Stewart, he just kicks straight through the check and a right, straight down the pipe to boot. 25 seconds now. Another entertaining fight here at Roots Redemption Song.
Very much so. As they'll meet again for the final 15 seconds. And well, I think Stewart probably content to see this one out cautiously, despite the instructions from the corner. Oh, he's decided to go with a Superman punch of his own and didn't find the target. And that will do it. 9 minutes of point tie in the books. The three judges ringside. We will go and determine the winner of the Battle of the Jordans here at Roots 29, Matt.
Yeah, fantastic fight as we look at some of the action that took place. Scatamalia started really well, didn't he? He was scoring to the body, he was angling off beautifully. And I feel that the fight, the trajectory of the fight really changed early in the second round. Where Stewart cut him off with the big hard low kick and started feeling himself after then. And we saw Scatamalia, you know, pack up the records, turn off the decks, and just take a little bit of a back seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards, their decision. Your 3 judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. All the way to your winner via unanimous points decision. Blue corner, Jordan Stewart.